If you've stayed in a city for more than 3 years, or you intend staying in a particular city for a very long time without the intention of owning a property in that city, you are wrong. You are wrong. In fact, why will you stay in a city for a very long time without considering or having it at the back of your mind as a goal or an objective to own a property in that city? Welcome to the Red Zone. If you're ready, then let's dive in. In the early 90s, I think mid 90s, towards the mid and late 90s, my parents had an opportunity to buy a property in Songwater. Back then, Songwater was still coming up, was still developing, because Lagos was already getting crowded or was already crowded. So most people were navigating towards Songwater because of the proximity it shares with Lagos. So Songwater was opening up. It was opening up, and a lot of people saw it as an opportunity to get properties in Songwater at a very, in quotes, cheap amount back then. And there's this particular customer of my mom who used to sell as a petty trader in the barracks. He came up with this particular opportunity for a piece of land in Songwater for, I think, about 35,000 naira back then. Then I think the salary of an average soldier was around less than 10,000, 9,000, within 8 to 10,000 back then. So he came with this opportunity. He told my parents, my mom precisely, that there's a land he would love my mom to buy, because a very close friend of the family, and such opportunities like that he usually bring it to my parents to take advantage of. But in this particular case, when he presented the offer to my mom accepted, loved the idea, and in fact she saw a lot of opportunity because she's a very open-minded person when it comes to business and opportunities. Unfortunately, my dad wasn't seeing it that way, because one of the statements he made back then, he said he had not bought land in his hometown, that's in Bayelsa. Why will he be buying land in another man's land? It doesn't make sense to him. So he kicked the idea, and that was how we lost the opportunity to own that, to buy that property. And today, the price of property in Songwater has skyrocketed like crazy, massive. I have a friend in Songwater whose parents also took advantage of that particular opportunity. Today they have several properties in that same area, and they are doing well. In fact, because it was more like some of the people that went there much earlier, they named a street after his name, after his school, and also a street after his late mom. So it was massive. Unfortunately, my parents didn't take that opportunity. Now, why am I sharing this story? If you stayed in a particular location for a very long time, let's just say for 3 years, and you are not buying property, you are not thinking of acquiring property in that particular city, then you are wrong. Honestly speaking, you are wrong. Regardless of what your reason might be, I will share some thoughts with you, and you can drop your own thoughts in the comment section in this video, or some of the factors that you feel might be the reasons why you might not be considering buying land in the city where you are residing and you are staying for a very long time. You can drop that in the comment section. But personally, I feel that if you are long-sighted, if you have dream or passion for growth in terms of investment and take opportunities as they come, you will want to consider buying properties in the city you are residing. Regardless of the time you have spent in that city, if there's an opportunity for you to buy land, dead property, or acquire any property within the city, please do so, especially If you have made your findings that the land or the property is genuine, it doesn't have any legal issues or maybe a family dispute in that particular property, please go ahead if you can afford it. The first point I want to bring out is stability. Now, when you stayed in a particular community or city for more than 3 years, you have built relationship within that community or city. You have built a community of like minds, people you relate with, either your church community, your social community. You have built network of people that you relate with. So owning a property in that city or community or location gives you a sense of stability. You feel connected more to the city, you feel connected more to the environment, you feel you have planted yourself, you have created a root in that particular city where you will always want to look back to whenever you are out or away. It gives you that sense of stability. It gives you that sense of belonging in that particular environment. The second point I want to bring out as part of the benefit of owning a property in a city you reside in for more than 3 years is value appreciation. Real estate doesn't depreciate in value no matter what. Land is fixed, is limited. They are not producing, God is not creating land again. He has done it once and for all. So land is fixed. People are growing. As people continue to grow, especially within a community, the demand for land will increase. And once there's an increase in demand, the price or the value will keep on appreciating. So value will keep on increasing and appreciate as long as people are coming into that location. It is wisdom for you to consider owning a property in that location or that city that you are residing in, especially if it's a place you are going to stay for a very long time, raise your family there, and establish business relationship in those particular area. The next point I want to bring out is it gives you a sense of belonging. Like I earlier shared, it gives you a sense of belonging and control. It gives you a sense of belonging and control, especially control. If you are living in a rented property, there's limits to what you can do in that particular property. When you own a property in that city, it gives you control over whatever you want to do. The fourth one is long-term saving. This I want to emphasize more. Long-term savings. Land or property, investing in property in that particular city is just another form of savings. Yes, savings. Rather than saving your money in the bank that will be yielding less than 3%, less than 5% annually, why not invest that money or invest that money in acquiring property in that same city that you are going to stay for more than 3 years? Acquire property in that city. Instead of saving your money in the bank, save it in landed property. And there's what we call land banking in real estate, where you buy properties that are not developing at the immediate. It will take maybe like 4 or 5 years, in some cases more than that, for development to get into those particular locations, those particular areas. If you invest your money in land banking, over time, the value of those land will begin to appreciate. Your money will be increasing in value. instead of wasting away in the bank, where in fact the bank will be deducting service charge from your money. So invest it in the bank, so it gives opportunity for long-term savings. No land remains the same in terms of value. No land remains the same in terms of value. The longer the property stays, the higher the value. The longer the property stays, the higher the value. And especially when development hits those particular locations. I give you an instance. Sometime in October last year, a client of ours bought a property from us for 950,000 naira. It was a 300 square meter property somewhere in Karachi. As of January this year, 2025, the value of that property increased from 950,000 to 1.5 million. 1.5 million. That's an additional 550,000 naira. And there is nowhere in Nigerian bank, you will deposit 950,000 naira in your account, savings account or fixed deposit account, that you get 550,000 naira in less than 3 months. There is no bank, no business institution in Nigeria can give you that kind of profit. Only when you acquire property, or let's just say real estate. So that is something that you need to consider. Finally, on this is getting a property in the city where you have stayed for more than 3 years. One of the benefits is you are creating a legacy for your family. You are creating a legacy for your family. Trust me. Either your immediate family or your extended family. There are some of us that our parents were benefiting from the properties our parents bought years ago. Yes, some of us are benefiting from those properties. Probably when your parent pass away, you take over the property. Even parents that are still alive, some of us are benefiting from those decisions they make. So why can't you also leave the same legacy for your children and your children's children? So it is very important. It is very important for you to start thinking in this direction. If you are relocating to anywhere in this world, within Nigeria, outside Nigeria, your first goal after settling down is to own a property within that space. There are a lot of benefit that comes with that. In some countries, owning a property comes with a lot of benefits. Even here in Nigeria, if you're a business person and you have a property, it gives you an advantage to even get loans from financial institutions, because you have something tangible as a collateral that you can keep, you can present as collateral. I believe you were able to get this particular message. So if you don't have the intention of owning a property or land in the city where you are residing at the moment, and you are going to stay for a very long time, or you intend staying for a very long time, I want to start changing your mindset. And begin to think in the direction of owning your own property. My name is Billy Stanley. I believe this particular episode has been an impact to you, and if you have any concern or any contrary opinion to what I've shared, please drop it in the comment section. Let me hear your thoughts, and if there's any other point or interest you want us to talk about in our subsequent video, kindly drop it in the comment, and we'll see how we can address it. Thank you for staying this long, and I believe you've gotten something valuable from this particular episode. like come your way next time. Always stay ready. Always stay ready. My name is Billy Stanley, and I'm signing out from the Red Zone.